Thursday. It's 8 p.m. I can't hear out of my ears. It's time for Pops.
Yeah, that was a little loud. Sorry, guys.
2018. Fingers
Ooh.
all up in my ears.
Yeah, we're going to check some levels here. I'm going to let you guys do some talking.
Okay. I don't know if Sarah can hear me over in the social media lounge next to me. Sarah, you rocking the social medias?
I am. Facebook.com/popshow.
Ooh, sexy. Pop 2018 is all about the sexy social media and alliteration. So,
keep talking, guys. You guys are good. I just got to this is what happens. We've been gone for a few weeks, and this whole board has gone haywire.
The board went nuts.
The board does not like where we are currently.
The board went nuts. Technical difficulties. I like the shot, though. You got me way up here and Sarah down there.
Well, you're just that much taller than her.
I feel like we got a Hobbit effect going on. Like, this is how they filmed The Hobbit. I'm Gandalf.
Women love it when they're called hobbits. I'll just drive that one home.
Sarah's a little salty tonight.
You're Frodo. Sarah does not want to be Frodo.
No.
Fine, you can be Gandalf, but you gotta run forward.
Oh, and
that's how this effect works.
To be fair, she's got her chair is a little bit lower than yours, so that's why the effect is there. Because even when you fix the camera, it's still still there. So
it happens.
So
I feel like I disappeared.
What
have you guys been doing? Lots of pop culture things, I hope.
Yeah, I bought some VR. I bought VR. Have we been on since I bought
VR?
Have we been on since I bought VR?
Mm-mm.
I don't think so.
No.
So yeah, I bought
that
VR.
Was your big Christmas gift to yourself, right?
Basically. I saw a good deal and I did some research real quick before I, went and bought that deal, and then it was a really good deal. So it was the PlayStation headset, it was the Move controllers, the camera, and Skyrim for virtual reality. So for the low price of $350.
I feel like that's fine.
It actually is.
I feel like
now
that's
if you look
pretty
at
good for virtual reality.
If you look at it now, it's like, it's probably 400 or 450, 500, I think.
It's too much. It's too much for virtual reality.
So, but hey, people are, it's a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. Spent a lot of time with it, honestly.
More than you thought you would?
A little bit more than I thought I would. I thought I would, spend some time if I'm going to put that kind of money into it. Yeah, I'm going to, spend plenty of time with it. But I spent a lot more time on it than I thought I would. It's had a game night, had a few people over, and we ended up playing Super Hot VR for quite a long time. I don't know if have you seen that game where it's put you in like this action movie thing where you move super slow?
Keith, if it's not an iPhone, I haven't seen it.
Fair enough. It's so it is. You play this you play this character. You got to defeat all the other bad guys in the room, and you're stationary. But as soon as you move, time starts moving. So the faster they move, the faster time goes. So you've got to move very slowly and grab your stuff and calculate your movements just right to kill everybody from this stationary position. It's a lot of fun. It's a good workout too, actually. I think it's why I lost a few pounds.
That sounds interesting.
But yeah,
I have not heard of it. I'll look into it. I've toyed with the idea of getting the PlayStation VR. I've toyed with the idea of getting an HTC Vive.
I think it's worth it.
But I just haven't pulled the trigger yet. I don't know how I feel.
Oh, hey, Neil. And Doom VR was the other. But Neil says I should try Doom VR.
Oh, wow. No, that would be too scary.
That was the other option. That's actually what caught my attention was the Doom VR, but it didn't have the Move controllers with it. So,
so you have to get the Doom VR now.
So I was, looking around at bundles and stuff, and I found the ones with the Move controllers because I knew that's really where you're going to get the best VR experiences with the Move controllers. I think so. At least
that makes sense.
And found the Skyrim bundle, and I bought a Star Trek Bridge Crew. A lot of fun.
Is it just pressing buttons in space?
And yes and no. It's pressing buttons in space, but it's also giving commands to there's 4 different positions you can play: captain, helm, tactical, or engineering. And obviously, you want to play as captain as much as possible. Sure. But the helm.
That's the only way I'd play.
Well, the other stuff is cool. I mean, the helm, you kind of move the ship around, and you kind of avoid asteroids, go to the asteroid field. You can set up warp, that kind of thing. Engineering, you repair systems, and you can move the power around. If we need more speed, you move the power over to the engines. If you need more shield, you move it to the shields, that kind of stuff. But the fun one is tactical, because you get to like pick the ships on the radar and zap them with phasers and torpedoes.
When you're playing captain, can you like strangle people and make them be like footrests? And do you get to kiss the alien girls after?
You get to swear a lot.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fantastic.
So, but you can do it multiplayer or solo. The friend of the show, Miles, has been my drug dealer for big games lately. He's like, oh,
and
hey,
drugs.
Yes, and he said, hey, Bridge Crew is on sale for like $15. You should get it. I was like, you jerk. And sure enough, that's
I bought some games. I bought like the South Park game.
Yeah.
Which I was finally gonna play through the entire thing. I haven't touched that yet. A lot of games. I've bought a lot of games, but I haven't really been playing them. I've been talking on the phone and playing Battlefront 2 of all games.
I saw you've been playing a lot of Battlefront.
Of all games.
I jumped in a little bit.
That's usually a cue that I'm probably playing something while talking on the phone with the sound down. Well, because you don't have to put any thought into Battlefront 2.
At least you haven't fallen asleep playing video games.
I have fallen asleep playing Battlefront 2.
While on the phone?
Not while on the phone.
Okay.
That's true.
Just checking.
I play a lot of Battlefront 2. You know what? The game's not horrible.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of run out and get shot, and then I'm done.
It's
one time I got a 4-player kill streak.
Nice. And then some 11-year-old got you sniped. Yeah. We've been playing a lot of Lego Dimensions, actually.
Really?
Yeah, it's cool now because now they're like, okay, no more sets. Because for a while they were like, oh my god, we're never going to catch up. We're never going to get 100%.
Now you're caught up.
But now the fact that they're not releasing any more sets, we're like, hey, let's play some more Lego Dimensions.
Do you actually have all the sets?
No. I'm not going to buy 5 Lego Ninjagos or Lego Chimas. What do I need them for? I got the one that I need to do the little, puzzles
but I'm
and
pretty
stuff.
sure those are the ones that are going to be on sale for $1.
Yeah, they're pretty much all on a sale for $1 because I got the Goonies, Teen Titans, and Powerpuff Girls for cheap lately. Go. So, yeah, they've got a new movie coming out, but we'll talk about that later. So, Sarah, what have you been doing in pop culture lately?
Chilling. Chilling hard.
Super talkative today.
Hard chilling. Well, Hard Chillin' was my was the name of my favorite Steven Seagal movie.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. Pre or post ponytail?
Post, clearly.
I'm trying to think what else have we been doing. I've seen lots of movies with Movie Pass.
Movie Pass is the scam of the century. I don't know how this is staying in business.
I am using it until they go bankrupt.
But cool. I'm good with it.
I mean, have you been using it? What have you been...
No, I haven't been going to the movies much.
Jeez. Okay,
I did go. I did
all
go
right,
see
let me be the one who to thank you.
Ooh,
hello. Oh, hello. Hold on. Let's see here. Ooh.
Why is it happening?
I told you that we took one little break, and the tech just decided to go haywire here. So let's see if Greg's actually there. Hello, Greg.
I called you guys on the phone.
Oh boy, this is lovely. Hang on here. Where are you? I don't know why this is going to...
Defaulting.
Yeah, it's the default going to this. Here we go. Let's see here. Built in. There we go. Greg, how you doing, man?
I'm really well. I did a whole thing where I yelled on the phone. I called you on the phone, and no one heard it.
No, we did not hear it. We take a break for a few weeks, and the tech decides it wants to do its own thing. So... Yeah. To answer Neil's question real quick, we did see The Disaster Artist. I think we talked about that last episode. The last episode of the year, the last episode, Neil, we did a December movie rundown where we talked about Christmas Prince, Disaster Artist, and something else. I don't remember. Was it Jumanji? No, we hadn't seen Jumanji yet. Anyways, we'd seen it, Neil. We really like it. Oh, yeah, there we go. So, Greg, how you doing, man?
Keith, I'm doing really well.
Good.
My girlfriend does a really terrific impression of the Disaster Artist. So,
Tommy Wiseau?
Little piece of trivia for you. Yeah,
nice.
She's really good. She's really good at it.
Well, you'll have to call us next time when she's around, and we'll have to get her to do it on air for us. So,
absolutely.
Awesome. Well, Oh, there we go.
Comes Greg. Comics with 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 Greg.
So, Greg, it has been a while, man.
You know, I've missed the song. I've missed the singing of the Comics with Greg.
Mm-hmm.
I've also missed talking to you guys. And clearly Sarah's gone this week. Otherwise, she probably would have grown.
No.
The singing of the Comics with Greg.
She's here. She is busy focusing on the social media, on the Twitter and the Facebook. And our tech has been doing something weird, so she doesn't have her headphones on right now, so she really can't hear you.
They tried to make me deaf. I'm preserving my hearing. I like the beautiful sounds of the birds singing and the music.
And we've got the sound fixed.
I would just like to say that was Keith that tried to make her deaf.
Yeah, that's my
Not
fault.
me.
We're gone for a few weeks. I forget how everything works. I'm sorry. So, Greg, did you have a good Christmas and New Year?
It was delightful. Lots of good things to do and read over the holiday. I read Grand Design, and I was thinking about Matt. Maybe he might like this comic, this X-Men comic. I don't know. Have you read it, Matt?
I haven't, but is this the one that that basically tells the story?
It's the Ed Piscator. Piscator? I'm pronouncing that wrong.
Pisker.
Ed
Pisker.
Yeah.
I
he
do want to
retells
pick
the
that
first
up.
280 issues in 6 comics.
It is really good. I've got the first 2 issues right up there, Matt, and it's been a good read.
It's perfect timing too, because I just picked up I picked up a free comic on the not free comic day. On the last big sale. Oh, after Black Friday sale. That's right. I picked up the volume 1 of the X-Men, the omnibus over at Local Heroes, and then I got volumes 2 and 3. So I am deeply immersed in like in some early X-Men right now.
Nice. That's fun stuff.
It's good stuff. Little racist.
I suggest you pick up the Grand Design. It's been really good and enjoyable.
I have to pick it up.
And it's not like it's a it's not heavy reading. It's little quick blurbs on each quick little storyline, giving you the highlights and then moving on.
I do like that.
Quick and to the point. So
I'm gonna have to pick that up.
Yep.
Please do.
So Greg, what do we got this week in comics? What's coming out?
I got 3 books for you.
Okay.
As per usual, I picked 3 of my favorite or most exciting books of the week. And we'll start with Old Man Hawkeye this week, which a lot of people seem to be stoked on, because if you read Old Man Logan way back when from Mark Miller and Steve McNiven, Hawkeye made an appearance in that, and he was probably one of the cooler characters in that story. And they're pulling him right out of Old Man Logan and putting him into his own comic. So that should be really fun for people who dug the Old Man Logan Wolverine story from way back when.
Yeah, and it's got a pretty sweet cover too. So I'm trying to think.
It does.
When did Old Man Logan
really
come out?
Really good cover.
When did Old Man Logan?
Mid 2000s.
Yeah, it was a good little run. I think I've got the trade somewhere around here. So.
Yeah, that
awesome.
was probably one of my favorite Wolverine stories ever. And it still sells really well. Like, people just come in and they're looking for some Wolverine. That's typically where I start them off, because it's such a fun comic.
It is.
It doesn't take place, and you don't have to know anything. It doesn't take place in any kind of crazy continuity. It's just like an alternate universe Wolverine story, and I feel like the Hawkeye book will be the same. So stoked for that one.
Cool. All right, what's next on the list?
Give me a cue, because I'm driving and I don't have my stuff in front of me.
Well, you mentioned
me up.
you mentioned Mr. Miracle.
Yes, Mr. Miracle is it's such a good comic. The guy's Tom King, who writes Batman, and he also wrote a really good book called Sheriff of Babylon. He's doing Mr. Miracle, the old Kirby character, and it's about halfway through the run. This is the end of the first story arc, and this book has been amazing. Like, it's just been so, they take this crazy kind of obscure character from the Kirby era. They put a modern twist on it. Really good writing, really good art, and it's been really well received.
Good.
Mr. Miracle is out this week.
Yeah, and you've suggested Mr. Miracle once last month too. So it's, they must be doing something really good with this run.
It is. It's getting a lot of attention, especially for like best of 2017 lists. It's been on a lot of those lists from the end of last year. So
awesome.
It's a solid book. It's a mature audience book. It's for adults. So check it out if you're at all interested in kind of weird DC stuff.
I hope there's mother boxes. I'll only watch boom tubes and mother boxes.
You know, I feel like if you ever came into Local Heroes, Matt, you'd just be happy if you let me pick comics out for you.
It's
personally.
true. I may have you just personally shop for me. Just say, here we go. These are the books you're buying this week.
I'd be happy to do that.
There are sometimes when I get tired of reading, the regular stuff that I read, and I'm just like, hey, Greg, what's good to read? And you know what? He threw me a winner. He threw me Lazarus. That's been actually a really good read. Been enjoying that one.
I love that book.
So
good. It's one of my favorite comics.
It's superhero comics right now.
Yeah, and Travis said he's gonna be. Travis said he just friend of the show. He just picked up Doomsday Clock #2 today at Local Heroes.
Nice.
And
awesome.
He's actually going to be catching up on Mr. Miracle as well now because he feels dumb that he forgot to. So,
Travis, it's okay, man. You can come back and we'll hook you up. We've got 1 through 6, so no big deal.
There you go. And #6 comes out tomorrow?
Yes.
Awesome. Cool. Well, the third book you mentioned to me was Avengers No Surrender.
Yes. Avengers is starting a weekly event this week. I think it's going to run, for 12 weeks. I believe Mark Waid is writing this Avengers storyline. He was writing the Avengers. I'm not sure if he's on this 12-week run or not.
Gotcha.
But it's supposed to be a little bit of a setup for some larger Marvel stuff. I think they're trying to focus on the main Avengers book, and because the other Avengers books have been canceled, Occupy, U.S. Avengers, Uncanny Avengers, so it seems like they're kind of dwindling down this too large universe of Avengers books into one core book, and this is the kind of the kickoff that's going to make it hopefully important, fun to read, and a really good comic, and that starts tomorrow.
Ooh, I like that. I think the Avengers is a property that didn't really support a bunch of books too well.
No, it really doesn't.
Now they've said no events. I forgot when they said. The Marvel came out a few months ago. Now I've lost track of time, saying that they weren't going to do any more events. So is this our last event now?
Don't we have the Infinity stuff?
I really wouldn't classify this as an event as much as it's just an Avengers story.
Okay.
I'm not sure why they're doing it in a weekly series, to be honest with you. There might be something larger at play, but it's definitely not an event, and it only runs through the Avengers book, and it will be wrapped up in a few months with 12 issues of the Avengers. So
okay,
nothing crazy.
Sounds good. I like the sound of that. So anything else going on at Local Heroes? Any events coming up? Anything you got planned over there at the shop?
I'm hoping people come out and buy comics because it snowed this week, as you well know, and no one came out. So that would be awesome. We're going to have an event where we're open for business, hopefully this week for a full week.
Nice. Good
I like it. Yeah. All right. Well, where can they pick up these comics?
Next month, we'll be doing our third Ladies' Night. So that should be fun. So keep your eyes open and your ears open, and we'll talk more about that as we get closer to it.
Sounds good. And you guys can stay at facebook.com/Pop Show, and we'll make sure to keep you guys up to date on that one. So where will this Ladies' Night be, and where can they pick up these comics tomorrow, Greg?
Tomorrow, Wednesday, the greatest day of the week, and you should find yourself at Local Heroes, 1905 Colonial Avenue, right next to Kogan's and Cafe Stella in Ghent. Or if you're not in Norfolk, go to comicshoplocator.com, and they will tell you where the closest comic store is to you.
There you go.
Greg, I should warn you that Travis is going to dramatically walk into your store and demand that the stack of Mr. Miracle be summoned. And he thinks that you guys won't know who he is. So just be ready. That's happening.
Tell Travis just to walk to the back, and if I'm sitting at my desk, tell him to introduce himself, and then I will go and personally pick up issues 1 through 6 for him.
Right. He's gonna summon them. So, you have to have the ceremony.
Absolutely.
The comic delivery ceremony.
Whatever makes him happy.
Greg will have the stack, and it'll just be like, boom, right here.
Full
what
service.
If he pulls through a demon? Demon's going to destroy Local Heroes.
Greg can't pull demons through.
No,
he can, but he doesn't
Greg
want
can pull
to.
a demon
He's
through.
too pure
He can,
of
he
heart.
doesn't want to.
He can't do it. He's too pure of heart. He's too pure of heart. He would never allow that to happen.
Okay.
Well, now that we're all prepared for that event.
Don't blame me.
Awesome, Greg. Well, thanks for calling in, man. And we'll talk to you next week, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Sounds great. Thanks, guys. Have a good week.
You too, man.
Bye, Greg.
Bye.
Bye.
Now, Ezra's saying that no events, why make a promise you can never possibly keep? I feel like they already made that promise last month, last year.
Yeah.
The 2017, and then completely just blew it. Like
because
immediately.
they announced an event like shortly thereafter.
Yeah, they were
they?
like, no events.
Yeah, see, that's what I don't get. One, I don't get why they have all the events, and two, I just don't get why you would announce something and then immediately retract it.
They seem better at like keeping the promises that they don't publicly announce, like no more X-Men, no more Fantastic Four. They seem to do better at that. And it'll be interesting to see what happens post Disney owning Marvel.
Yeah, I mean,
or owning all of Marvel again.
There's still a lot of talk about that lately. I just, if it's a good thing, if it's, what's going to happen with it, I wish I knew.
Ezra sums it up completely. No events. Oh, here's an event. That's pretty much what they did. Oh, I feel like I read something about them doing an Infinity War event. Something to do with the Infinity Gems.
No, I think
they're bringing back the actual Logan.
Yeah, because he's got like the time stone or something, and they still haven't explained
that. Now that we have 30 Wolverines in continuity
now. You know how they explained that? They were like, oh, hey, here's a post-credit scene in a comic. No, it's just called an epilogue, guys. You don't need to call it a post-credit scene.
Post-credits.
There's no credits.
Did they run credits before it?
I don't know. It's just like, seriously, this is what you guys are doing now.
I don't understand why they're bringing Wolverine, like the one true Wolverine, which I'm fine with them bringing Wolverine back. It's been a few years. They got like 30 Wolverines running around.
Yeah, because they've got a whole...
There's Old Man Logan. There's Jimmy Hudson. There's...
X-23. Who's now all new Wolverine, I think,
I'm sure they've brought the X-Baby Wolverine.
They have, actually. He's with Valkyrie right now, because I saw that being talked about in Exiles. Dead serious.
So cool. Let's make more confusion.
Why not? That's
why it's impossible to jump into comics.
I was gonna say, that's what new people love reading about in comics, being super confused.
Yeah,
it makes them want to read more.
Who is this? Let's go ahead and bring back Miles Morales Wolverine. Let's get let's just get all the Wolverines.
I think they do have a whole
the Age of Apocalypse Wolverine,
Age of Ultron Wolverine too.
Sure, all of them.
Why not?
Let's get Wolverines from all the past animated specials, including that like one-off special, the Kitty Pryde special from like that animated series that never happened.
Yeah, I've been reading about that actually. That's actually something else I've been doing. I've been reading a book.
Oh yeah, that's right. You've been reading the X-Men animated book.
Previously on X-Men. And didn't you say the animated series is on Hulu?
All of it, yeah.
What's it under? Because I've started searching X-Men.
X-Men.
I've searched that and it doesn't pop up. Dead serious.
It's definitely Hulu.
It is? Okay.
Yeah, the whole 90 series is on.
All right, all right.
You just got to find it. X-Men. You just don't say the dash. The dash is silent.
That's what I have literally searched. I have typed in X-Men. I have typed in X and just said, all right, let's see what. Don't do that. I do not advise just typing in X and seeing what pops up.
I hate it though. The best animated X-Men version I think has been Wolverine and the X-Men, and that's not streaming anywhere.
No.
If you find a run of that,
was on Netflix for a while.
Was it?
I think it was on Netflix for a while.
That was an excellent show. It didn't try to do like one of the best things I liked about the X-Men, the 90s X-Men, was that it tried to do versions of comic storylines.
Mm-hmm.
But Wolverine and the X-Men just was a really good continuation of like an X-Men kind of animated X-Men thing with its own unique stories. And like everybody's kind of scattered everywhere. Professor X is in a coma. It was just a really, really good series.
When I get done with this book,
animation was fantastic.
I want to go back and watch the animation. Fun little. I mean, I don't know. We're getting into a little more into the book than we should have. But one of the things the guy who the showrunner wrote this book previously on X-Men. It comes in like a textbook form. It's kind of cool. It's been a good read too. It does little anecdotes more so than just like a novel text of how you would what happened. And one of the things he was talking about was they came up with the Jim Lee design because that's what was popular then. Yeah. And Stan Lee or Marvel was like, no, we don't want to really do that. Give us something else. So they intentionally submitted a second art style. They just went so far out there, like, let's just give them a bomb. And they just bombed the whole thing. And they're like, no, we don't want that. That's fine. Jim Lee's good. Just stick with that. Yeah, you're good at that.
I don't know why you would ever go with the design of like one of the best-selling comics of all time with X-Men 1E.
I don't know. Marvel was a weird time at that. I mean, they're always a weird time, but still.
It's a weird time.
Travis said they've done Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, which they're actually doing a second time now. They're doing a sequel to this. I'm not sure how exactly, but they're doing a sequel to this. So, because for a while there, I was really hardcore into the recent run of Deadpool stuff, and now I've just kind of fallen away from it.
I've never liked Deadpool in his own books. I'm okay with him in other books, like X-Force and some of the others, because they don't write him as horrible. But there's something about that jokey, over-the-top Deadpool that I oddly I think works in the movie.
It works super well.
But in the comic books, I hate it.
At this point,
I don't know what it is.
Deadpool and Ryan Reynolds are just one person now. It's because I think they asked him recently who his favorite Chris was.
Ezra is saying the X-Men animated series is not on Hulu. Did I dream this? Did it go?
They must have taken it off after January.
But
when was the last time you watched it? Because I know you said you watched it.
It was last year.
I think thank you, Ezra.
But it came on, they put them all on there and then must have just pulled them off right after.
That's the only thing.
That's weird.
Because I saw an article online talking about some of the essential X-Men animated series you've got to, episodes you've got to watch. And it said it's on Hulu, and then season 4 and 5 were somehow out of order with the episodes or whatever. But I've tried looking into the Hulu thing for the past few nights because I want to get back into it now that I'm reading this book.
They must have taken them off on the first.
I can't find it.
That's weird.
Yeah, so go back and check.
It was only there for 2.
Go back and check and let me know.
Maybe at the most.
Maybe it's weird that they would just take it off like that and that quickly.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
because I feel like it wasn't there before. And then it just popped up, and I watched a bunch
You mentioned watching it. You mentioned falling asleep to it. I remember that. I remember that discussion.
That was my sleepy time. My sleepy time show. Now it's back to Cheers.
We're doing Futurama now as our kind of background show again. Futurama, yeah. I've been back into Samurai Jack.
Me too, and I don't know why. Hulu started saying, "Hey, you should watch some Samurai Jack."
Yeah.
So I'd wake up and Samurai Jack would be on, and be like, "I'll watch a couple minutes of this before I go back to sleep."
What I want to know is when we're getting season 3 of Rick and Morty on Hulu. How long did it take for season 1 and 2 to show up on? Okay, so probably another 8-9 months.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I like it though because I like watching them later because I don't. I feel like there was a big frenzy around the show and it was when it came back and everybody
there was the Szechuan sauce, the pickle Rick.
Yeah, and I like watching it later because I'm like, okay, maybe I'm just a bad fan.
No, well,
waiting.
We can get a whole other discussion about fandom. So, but that'll be for another time. We've got Henry calling in soon here to talk about Golden Globes.
Ooh, Golden Globes! I did not watch the Golden Globes.
I didn't either, actually.
I didn't realize that they were on.
I realized they were on. I just didn't feel like watching. I get bored with them. I
just don't watch them.
I went back and watched the Seth Meyers monologue and the opening or the Oprah speech.
Yeah. You're voting for Oprah now?
Well, I mean that seems to be the thing to do.
Now that Trump is just broken American politics, you can just give a speech.
I mean,
that's all it takes, Keith.
What movie
give a speech?
I mean, that's all you need to do.
And everybody will say you should be president. Cool.
I mean, I don't see why I haven't been elected president already, personally. Okay, I've really got to fix this, guys. I apologize. Let's see, we take a few weeks off, and all the tech goes. Well, Skype updated too, so to be fair, that is part of the issue here, and I don't know why. Yeah, I'm totally gonna blame Skype. I thought I turned the sound off, but I guess I did not. So, anyways, Henry, how's it going, man?
Good. Hopefully you'll be seeing me next time and not just hearing me, but thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get better about doing some video stuff here, and we'll have to get together and make sure that stuff works for next time. And I've also got to figure out how to turn the ringer off on Skype.
Which means, by the way, if you were listening to us as a podcast, you can see our beautiful faces every Tuesday from 8 to 9:30 on Facebook.com/popshow where we stream live.
Yes. And where can they pick us up on podcast? Because technical issues kind of threw us off our game at the beginning. So where can they get us on podcast form?
And
Sarah?
They can get us on Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play, Podbean.
Yep. That's it. The 4 places. I feel like those are the big 4. I'd say so. Right?
Yeah.
Big 4.
So, awesome, Henry. Well, how you been, man? Did you have a good holiday?
Yes. How was yours?
Pretty good. I think we all did all right, other than getting snowed in. This past week, finally breaking out of the snow here and, getting back to work. I was off for work for 5 days.
I didn't see anyone for 5 days.
Yeah.
Because I live alone.
Well, you saw Louie, the cat.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
We had to go to the gym. We were like, let's just brave the roads.
Just do it.
How did you guys get snowed in at all, Henry? I mean, I know you guys got snow down there in Atlanta, so how bad did you guys get it?
There was snow, but it was like mid-December. It wasn't any snow last couple weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, but you got
it was just really cold, but not snow.
You got the day off though for the championship game. I mean, ice. Definitely not college football. It was definitely ice.
Such a foreign concept to me.
Yeah.
Football.
So while
college
we
football
were
and getting days off for
while we were snowed in, and while you were braving the college football / icy roads, a little award show happened.
Yes. No sooner did they start 2018, they're already jumping right into the award season. And for those of you who've seen that, a lot of people probably took their holiday break and saw some movies, maybe saw a few of these movies. I know that Lady Bird is the #1 grossing movie for A24, which is like an independent film company, so people are going to see that. And let's see, people are going to see a movie that Sarah, I heard, liked a lot, The Greatest Showman. So there's been a few smaller movies that have done pretty well outside of Star Wars and Jumanji.
Henry, I have been singing The Greatest Showman for 24 hours.
Is it good?
I can't stop.
Yeah.
Like, I literally cannot stop.
I want to see it,
It's
but
completely
I didn't know
inaccurate
if it was gonna be
historically.
Oh,
good.
it's historically inaccurate. And by the way, P.T. Barnum is not Hugh Jackman. Like, they do not even look remotely. There's nothing.
I came out of the
in
film and
common.
I pulled up his Wikipedia page. I was like, yeah, that's Hugh Jackman.
That I enjoyed it so much.
More of a John C.
Oh,
Riley.
I want to see it.
I loved it. I loved it.
It's a really good movie.
I gotta see it.
Just don't go expecting like historical accuracy.
No.
So
Yeah.
That's what I want out of my
the
musicals.
thing is with these Golden Globes that happen on Sunday is they separate the categories between drama and musical or comedy, and pretty much if you have 3 or 4 songs in your movie, you're going to be nominated for a Golden Globe because musical and comedy is one category. So
yeah.
Greatest Showman was nominated. Didn't win anything, but I think just having music in your movie is going to nominate you the Golden Globes.
No, this is us actually. Are you good over there, Matt? This Is Us actually won like best original song, didn't it? I'm pretty sure it did.
No, that best original
yeah,
song?
it did.
No, This Is Me. This Is
the
Me.
original song.
Oh, this is us.
This Is Us is the show.
Is the show.
This is me.
That won some awards too, but This Is Me is the Greatest Showman show. Yes, you are correct.
Yeah, one of the song won a Golden Globe. Sorry, we lost Matt because no Ezra they do not show P.T. Barnum doing blackface in the movie. The closest they get is the Zac Efron character.
I just wasn't expecting.
No, moving on.
No, he was flirting with Zendaya, and that's how they addressed the racial stuff in the movie, the racial tension of the 19th century. That's about as much as they get into it, honestly.
Everybody wants to know if it was better than A Christmas Prince.
No, nothing is better than A Christmas Prince.
That's
Ever.
a lie.
Christmas Prince is the pinnacle of filmmaking. It's like, no, it doesn't get better than I mean, what did A Christmas Prince win? Was it even eligible?
I don't think so.
No.
Well, then never mind.
No, won nothing. Other than your love and adoration for 18 days straight.
Well, that's all it really needs. So, Lady Bird won Best Picture. Now, wasn't there some questions about the comedy or musical category because one of the nominees didn't really belong?
Musical or comedy was Lady Bird. It won Best Musical Comedy. Absolutely deserved, I think, because I've seen the movie twice and it's terrific. I believe you're probably referring to Get Out was nominated for musical comedy.
Yeah, that one threw me, and it was. I mean,
but then The Martian was also nominated a couple years ago. So
they throw all sorts of weird.
It's
It's a catch-all category at this point, and even Jordan Peele was like.
I think the studios do that on purpose so that they'll get a chance because they're like, oh, that's a light category, so we'll put it in musical comedy and then we'll get nominated.
And Jordan Peele was even okay with it being in comedy. He was like, yeah, no, it's a comedy, whatever. Just nominate me.
Yeah.
Just give me the award.
Yeah. But yes, Lady Bird had a pretty decent night. They won for Best Actress Saoirse Ronan. That's how you say her name, by the way, Saoirse. And unfortunately was not nominated for Best Director, which still is kind of a question why that didn't happen, because Greta Gerwig is an incredible director in this film. It's her first film. But at the same time, Guillermo del Toro is also a tremendous director, so it wasn't a huge loss. But I feel like Greta Gerwig could have won.
Sure. Yeah, Lady Bird was really well acted. And say the actress's name again. I don't even try. Like, in my head, I don't even try.
If you're gonna say like sure, like yes, sure, sure, and then Shah, that's like Shah, so Saoirse Ronan. That's how she said. That's how you say it.
Saoirse. Okay, now I know. Well, she was.
I hope she gets an Oscar nomination for that movie.
Well, she was spectacular, and having literally gone through all of that stuff as a teenager at that exact age, it like really resonated with me. I mean, my mom wasn't quite that. Stride, but I thought the actress who played her mother was fabulous too, whose name escapes me, which is ridiculous. It's not Bob Balaban. Laurie Metcalf, that's it.
From Roseanne and The Big Bang Theory, and she's great, and I'm surprised that she lost to Allison Janney for I, Tonya for supporting actress, but at the same time, Allison Janney. It's funny because both of them are known for sitcoms, but they're both terrific as well.
Sure. Now, what won Best Drama?
That was an interesting one because some people thought it might be The Post. Some people thought that there were a few possibilities, but Three Billboards, which is actually Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, won, and a lot of people thought that movie was just okay. So it's a little bit more of a controversial pick. And also Frances McDormand, who basically sort of like, just like Meryl Streep, or she's sort of Daniel Day-Lewis. She's like the kind of person who's just going to get awards or get nominated for awards all the time. So Frances McDormand won for that movie for actress in a drama.
Did you see it?
I have not seen it, but I've heard, like I said, various different things about it.
Did it have a limited release?
I think it might have, and I'm kind of hoping the Narrow will actually show it so we can. Because remember how Arrival got nominated last year, and we went out to see it afterwards.
They tend to do,
It was okay.
Yeah, it was just quiet. There wasn't a lot of buzz around it back then.
Well, I'm hoping the Narrow.
If it's up for an Oscar, it probably will be up for an Oscar. Most everything that's up for Best Picture, they do like a wide release of it by that point.
So what about TV
and
categories?
I, Tonya is another one that's probably going to be expanding even more now as well. I think that just expanded to some theaters this weekend.
Yeah, I, Tonya was a slow roll too, but it's gotten. Although it's weird seeing Tonya Harding in the press all the time, but there you go. So one of my favorite things to watch on YouTube since the Golden Globes has been Franco and his acceptance speech and Tommy Wiseau being on stage. Now, what did James Franco win for?
Yeah, James Franco was playing Tommy Wiseau in The Disaster Artist, which he won an Oscar for playing Tommy Wiseau, and Tommy Wiseau himself was there and decided that, hey, I should go up and say something since I'm the guy who you played. And people are a little bit like they're not sure whether it's a laugh or whether James Franco was being rude by pushing him aside. But Tommy Wiseau is a bit of a strange guy anyway, so I don't know.
Well, I read an article later that said, I'm sure it was on Popped, Facebook.com/Pop Show, that was talking about what he was going to say. And it was actually pretty, Tommy Wiseau is actually like a really...
This is the closest he'll ever get to an Oscar or a Golden Globe or anything.
But
good for him, though, man.
I kind of love that for him, because it was definitely not a traditional way to get on stage at the Golden Globes, but he sure as heck did it. So, okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just about finding the right coattails to ride.
I mean, he claims he would have said something like, everybody just need to love each other and world would be a better place. It's my Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah, that's what he tweeted after that. Good. Yeah.
I just hate what he says.
Yeah, that's it. Neil says if more people loved each other, the world would be a better place. I mean, yeah.
Well, I'm okay with that.
But you know what? There's the movie was such a wonderful passion project, and I really enjoyed it. So that was happy.
Yeah, and the other major movie award was there's at least going to be usually one award that it's like it's like, quote, their time. It's like, this person's been doing great work for a million years. They finally got an Oscar, or they finally should be up for an Oscar. And Gary Oldman won the Golden Globe for Best Performance by an Actor in a Drama for Darkest Hour, in which he basically like disappears in makeup and becomes Winston Churchill. Like, you can't even tell it's him. And it's really, he's been doing such great stuff for so long. So I'm hoping that he'll win the Oscar as well.
So what happened with TV?
Yeah, and on television we have, of course, it was not too surprising really to see The Handmaid's Tale win drama and actress. That's the one that won the Emmys. Yeah, it won the Emmys too. So it pretty much mirrored the Emmys on the drama side, as well as Sterling K. Brown winning for This Is Us. Again, that was the drama side was all exactly what happened at the Emmys a few months ago.
What about comedy?
Not too surprising. So what was interesting there, and Aziz Ansari won for Master of None. I can't remember if he won the Emmy, but he did. He certainly was one of the favorites, I believe. The big, maybe not quite so much surprise, but it was sort of like a dark horse. Every year, the Golden Globe usually will nominate something brand new. So they award something brand new. The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel from Amazon won Best TV Series Musical Comedy, and it won Best Actress from Rachel Brosnahan. And that show has only been on Amazon for maybe a couple of months, so it's a brand new show. But what I love about it is that it was created by Amy Sherman Palladino, who created Gilmore Girls, and a very short-lived show called Bunheads. And I've been a huge fan of her dialogue. It's always so like everyone talks like a million miles an hour, but it's so clever. And obviously, the teenager characters in the show, there's no way real teenagers talk like that, but it's still it's so much fun to listen to, and the dialogue, it's so witty, and I'm just she's such a great writer, so I'm happy that she's getting some recognition finally, because Gilmore Girls was never nominated for anything really, I don't think.
Yeah, you've got Travis echoing that. I had heard about the show, but I had not gotten around to watching it. So
yeah, this is kind of like Gilmore Girls meets Mad Men meets I don't know, but it's in the 1950s, and she becomes a stand-up comedian, which was kind of an unusual thing for sure for a woman to be a stand-up comedian in the 50s. So that's pretty much what it's about. So it's a little different from Gilmore Girls, but I'm sure it's got the same kind of attitude and everything. So
okay, can't say I watched Gilmore Girls.
Good for Amy Sherman Palladino. If you've ever seen her, she always walks around with a big black hat. She's very interesting fashion sense on her.
Okay.
Hey, well, and then I also saw that Big Little Lies won in a couple categories too, which felt like kind of old news to me.
Sort of a copy from the Emmys, I think. Big Little Lies won Best Limited Series or Motion Picture, won Best Actress for Nicole Kidman, won also Supporting Actress for Laura Dern. And that's been HBO's really more so than the Game of Thrones. Big Little Lies has sort of been their big award show, just knocking everyone over and winning everything. the big critical favorite, as they say.
Yeah, for sure. And that feels like it was so long ago that I was watching Big Little Lies.
Yeah, it came out last February, yeah.
Now, they have a second season coming, right? But then they're done. I mean, they can't keep going forever. I don't know. I guess they could. Anything.
Hey, Will and Grace came back.
Series, but then I guess Sherlock is sort of a limited series. They cut out that too, even though it keeps coming back. So I don't know how they exactly count that. I guess number of episodes or something, but yeah. And considering, again, you've got Nicole Kidman and Reese Witherspoon, these big movie actresses, you can't have them on like an ongoing series for a long period of time. But
right,
it's expensive.
Yeah, nobody has that kind of money.
And it's interesting too, in that Hulu again and Amazon were, and actually Netflix were, with you count Aziz Ansari. So HBO, that was their one ace in the hole for the Golden Globes, was Big Little Lies.
Right.
And HBO is pretty much traditionally wins everything, or not everything, but they traditionally win the majority of the Emmys. So we'll see. This was not a year for Stranger Things again this year, because The Handmaid's Tale got all the critical acclaim and everything. But I think we'll see Stranger Things, my personal favorite, continue to be an awards nominee.
I hope so. I like that show.
It feels like there's just a lot of really worthy stuff. I remember looking at some of the categories and thinking, like, these are all great. And, you know, when James...
Alexander Skarsgård won for Big Little Lies. My apologies. So there was like 4 awards right there.
Right. But when Franco accepted for the best actor in a comedy series or a comedy movie, I thought, oh, my God, like, that is such a tough category. Because it was him and... Ansel, what's his name from Baby Driver? And
that was a huge surprise. I'm glad, but it was a surprise that he was nominated.
Yeah, well, you know, it was a fabulous film, and you know, it kind of added some diversity to the winners, which I appreciated, and I thought it was great.
Yeah, I mean,
diversity in terms of type of movie, not necessarily.
Right. Well, I mean, they got that too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say I think so, but you know.
But yeah, it was.
I will say for those who are sort of the Oscar watchers who kind of try to, you know, figure out based on these awards what's going to be nominated, and people like to, you know, predict those things. The SAG Awards are coming up really soon, and that's a pretty big predictor, even more than the Golden Globes. But I will say that the Post not winning anything at the Golden Globes, not being nominated for SAG Awards or DGA Awards. So The Post, the Steven Spielberg movie, if you're not familiar, that was supposed to be like his next big Oscar movie, and I'm pretty sure the door's closed on that from what the tea leaves I'm reading. So
yeah.
Well, I thought it was pretty funny.
That leaves it open. That leaves it open for some other interesting possibilities like Three Billboards or Lady Bird. Or personally, I would love to see Lady Bird, because it seems like every once in a while a small movie wins the Best Picture, but it always seems like the Best Picture or Oscar goes to something, you know, big and dramatic and meaningful, and has has some kind of bigness to it. Or Lady Bird's just a small movie with a small story, and I like that. I would like to see the idea that it might win, but we'll see.
Well, I think that kind of speaks to the overall thing with movies too. I mean, we saw Jumanji, which was really good. You know, Baby Driver did really well. A lot of these smaller movies are starting to get, I guess, more attention because,
for us, it's because of MoviePass.
Well, yeah, but in general, I mean, Jumanji is doing really well, even though that's like a remake, or not a remake, but like a sequel to an old movie. Baby Driver did really well, and I think people are getting, people are getting franchise fatigue, and so that's why some of these smaller movies are getting a lot more attention, and that's why we're getting the Lady Birds, and they're getting awards and stuff like that. So.
So last year's winner was Moonlight, but they said La La Land, and it was a whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's not have that happen again.
But it got
get the cards right this time.
It got so much press, though. You gotta love that.
Yeah.
All right, Henry. Well, where can everybody?
The SAG Awards, by the way, are January the 21st, so we can talk about that next time as well.
Cool. Well, where can we find your writings and follow you online and catch up with you on non-Tuesday days?
Yes, and I will continue to blog for you guys at Pop Show. And if you want to see my 5 favorite TV shows and a bunch of honorable mentions, I have that up on the blog now on popshow.com. And you can find me on Twitter at HanksTV, HAMKSTV.
Yep, right at the top of the video if you're watching on Facebook Live. So awesome. Thanks, Henry. Appreciate you calling in, man, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, I will see you guys next time. Thank you.
Yes.
Fingers crossed with this technology thing. Oy vey. All right, I'm going to close. God, you know what? I'm just done with Skype tonight.
Bye, Skype. We'll miss you.
So, new year, all sorts of new stuff coming out.
Big Little Lies feels like last year. I guess it was.
It was at the beginning, so close to the beginning of 2017. That's probably why.
When was it? I never
watched it.
I heard good things.
I read the book and I watched the first couple episodes and they were good, but for some reason I didn't keep watching them. Probably not enough laundry. I watched it while I was folding laundry.
Okay.
Laundry show.
We've got them.
My problem is, I like. I mean, when did we watch Westworld? That was 2 years. That was 2016.
Yeah,
well, you and I watched Westworld.
I'm gonna finish. 2018 is the year I finished.
It's been
Westworld.
Yeah.
And then they take these weird breaks.
Yeah.
And we've become such an instant gratification society that I just want to binge everything.
But see, that's the thing, because when TV shows used to come out on a regular schedule, broadcast television shows used to come out on a regular schedule, it would take them, the year minus, winter and summer breaks, and then it would start back up again after those breaks. But now we're getting, a whole season in the case of like a Marvel Netflix show.
We have
all at once. And so we binge it all in that one weekend instead of spreading that out over the whole year.
That's what I've liked about Runaways.
How they're Runaways, how they're breaking it up one day. And
I like the Hulu shows.
I'm okay with that.
I'm too.
Jess wants to know if Westworld is coming back. It is.
It's going to take a while.
Yeah, well,
they said late 2018, 2019, I think.
It's such an expensive show.
Yeah. Rick and Morty, the same thing, though. They're not coming back to 2019.
Oh, yeah. Travis says it's later this year.
Okay.
Yeah, but, there's so much good stuff out there. Don't get me wrong. I would watch all the Westworld, way more Westworld. But there is so much good stuff out there that we literally, it's like an
embarrassment. We wanted to watch.
It's an embarrassment of riches. It really is. And we tend to rewatch our favorites. Like I know you've watched 30 Rock and I've watched, The Office probably a billion times.
Well, that's stuff for like background shows that we don't need to consciously watch.
But it's I'm never at a loss for anything good to watch on TV.
I watched a show Monday called I'm Dying Up Here from Showtime about comics in the early 70s and kind of like a comedy store type place.
Is it like a documentary or
It's
is it like a
1-hour drama?
Okay.
Yeah, it's an hour-long drama of all things. It's not funny.
Now, I gotta say,
I like it. I like that look into that.
It's an interesting world. Now, I will say that even saying with the embarrassment of riches, there are some stuff that's being rebooted that's kind of like, what? But, some of it's successful.
Will and Grace has been doing really well.
Has been doing really well.
Roseanne looks like it's going to do pretty well.
Roseanne looks like it's going to be a show.
You think it's going to be good?
Yeah, I think she's coming out the gate talking about running for president, which is kind of the thing to do these days.
Yeah, but she brought
who isn't talking about running for president?
She brought writers on to write the show, right? Like she's not doing it all this shit.
Well, real quick, just jump into some Facebook comments because everyone's chiming in right now. Travis is saying Rick and Morty is a show he loves, but as a long-suffering Ventures Brothers fan, if he gets season 1 every 3 years, he calls it a win. So I haven't gotten into Venture Brothers. Matt, you watched Venture Brothers, didn't you? You didn't? Okay. I have not watched Venture Brothers yet, so we're probably going to get yelled at by Travis. Ezra's rewatching. Ezra, which Star Trek are you rewatching? Because saying you're rewatching, if you're watching all of the Star Trek series, like Enterprise, Voyager, Deep Space Nine, TOS, TNG.
And where are you right now?
Yeah, so let us know about that one. And Ezra and Travis would get along. I don't know. You know both.
Kiss. What?
No. They did get along. You know Ezra better than us, right, Matt?
No one knows Ezra.
Okay. Well,
that's Ezra's problem.
Kevin points out that a lot of these reboots, people are seeking the warm blanket of nostalgia, which I think is true. But I also think that, some newer stuff is being embraced. There's a lot that's, kind of fallen apart. But, I think it's good. Let's see. What do we have this year? I'm so excited.
Good Place.
Oh, X-Files. X-Files rebooted last week.
Yes, but Gillian Anderson says she is not coming back for the next season, so I think that one up.
When didn't Chris Carter say that he's not going to do another season without her?
Right, yeah.
So I think this is going to be
I think that might be it for that one.
Although,
I think it's
spin-off yet?
No,
I haven't watched the first episode. I think the second episode's out tomorrow.
There's been some.
But I haven't watched the first episode. I heard that they basically retconned the season finale from the last season, which might actually be good. And then and that they're going to be doing a lot more standalone Monster of the Week stuff, which is what the season 11, 10, who knows. The last kind of mini season did really well, where was the smaller things. So I'm excited to watch it.
Okay.
We've got another new one coming out. Oh, we watched The Good Place Restarted. So we watched that yesterday.
Did you see Jessica's comment? New version of the Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Oh yeah, I'll get right on that.
They actually, Jessica,
producing that.
They just came out with a Legends of the Hidden Temple movie, I think.
Do you remember that stupid monkey and you had to smash it on the head, and you could always tell the kids that got on the show but didn't actually watch the show because when they put the monkey together and they didn't smash the head down, Olmec wouldn't open his little tomb or whatever.
Fun fact: Olmec also Perry the Platypus.
Really?
No.
I don't know what you guys are saying right now.
Oh, he's old.
I forget
He's
how old you are
old.
sometimes, Matt.
Okay, what
All
for
right.
those of you listening on our podcast or viewing live on Pop Show or on Facebook.com/Pop Show, what is your Legends of the Hidden Temple team? I am a blue barracuda.
I think I was a red jaguar or a
I'm
green parrot.
Nope,
Frosted
you're
Tips.
wrong. You're wrong about all of it.
Shrine of the Silver Monkey.
Yeah,
There
the
we
Shrine of
go.
the Silver Monkey. That's exactly it.
But you mentioned before I interrupted you, The Good Place.
Yes.
Oh, that we talk about new shows. That is a new show you guys should be watching.
Yes,
for sure.
We do quite adore it.
First season started off a little slow. Second half of that first season picked right up and had us rolling.
Season is fantastic.
Second season, we are in tears
That
almost
show
every episode.
hit
It
its
is the
stride in the
best.
second season and getting better since it came back. I think, even though it's only
Yeah.
one episode.
I
so
don't know.
far.
It's
Oh,
so
Travis
so
joins
good.
me on the blue barracudas, and Jessica agrees with you as a red
Red
jaguar.
Jaguar.
Who's gonna be on my Frosted Tips?
You're an app. That's not a
No,
thing.
it's not a team.
No, it's not a team.
I'll get this right one day.
Yeah. So we have been enjoying the heck out of The Good Place. That has been, and we're on season 2 there.
Yes.
Second half of season 2.
First season is on Netflix if anyone wants to catch up, which I think you should.
And they have. Do they have all the episodes of season 2 on Hulu?
I feel like it does.
Yes,
I
because
think
that's how
they
we've been
do.
watching it is on Hulu.
I think they do. And then one that I've been interested in, especially due to the success of Blade Runner 2049. Did I get the number right?
Yes, you
I'm
did.
a genius.
Look at you.
2049 is Philip K. Dick's Electric Dreams, is on Amazon starting on the 12th of this month.
Yep.
So I'll be interested to see what they do with that. It's either going to be great or really, really weird. But really weird does well these days.
It does.
So who
Look
knows?
at Black Mirror.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is going to be the sort of competition
Well,
to Black
it's
Mirror
funny
in that
because
sense.
Amazon, I don't know if it really had a lot of clout, but now that Miss Maisel has won, Golden Globes, and I mean, they've had some good
There's
stuff.
some gems on Amazon.
Yeah.
That Red Oaks is one of my favorite shows. Love it. Nobody ever talks about it.
Yeah, speaking of things nobody ever talks about, Neil appears to be stuck in Nickelodeon
broke
in the 90s.
Now, Nick Arcade, I did watch.
I didn't watch Nick Arcade. I did watch a lot of
Even
Are You
as-
Afraid of the Dark?
Even though I was
Pete
an
and Pete,
adult when Nick Arcade came out.
Guts. Who didn't want to be on Guts?
Okay, I have to
Anyone
say
Guts.
though, knowing now as an adult,
It's like
knowing that
kids' American Gladiators.
Mark Summers is incredibly OCD, and I didn't know that until I was an adult, and now I feel like I would watch Double Dare so much more
I
entertained.
wish they would put Double Dare streaming somewhere. I'd watch it.
Give it
Double
time.
Dare is the only one that I was
Give
like a
it,
kid.
give it
for.
time. Nickelodeon will come out with their own streaming service or something.
No, Nickelodeon had a vintage channel for a while, and they did like
They had a whole Nicktoons channel for a while.
and they had games and sports where they would play it constantly. Now we're back on Nick. No, we can't do this.
Gas.
This is how easily we get distracted.
Yes, thank you, Ezra. Electric Sheep does look great. I'm excited about it.
Electric Sheep is going to be on what platform?
Amazon.
Amazon. Hulu's got something coming out that I'm really interested in called Castle Rock.
When's it come out?
This year.
That's the Stephen King
the
thing
Stephen
where all
King
the
one.
Stephen King ones are kind of like.
If you don't know Castle Rock
Yeah.
was like his fictional town in Maine. A lot of stories were set there.
Yeah.
Needful Things was where he blew the town up. Cujo, ton of stories. I'm really interested in seeing that.
Yeah, no, that's gotten a lot of good buzz about it. And hell, I mean, despite other than the Dark Tower movie, Stephen King's been doing really well. I mean, he is kind of having a resurgence, if you will.
Sarah's
So,
favorite movie of last year was It.
She saw it like 5 times in the theater.
It's an incredibly inaccurate statement.
Couldn't keep away from it.
So, and Kevin, yes, they are using Philip K. Dick's writing as the source material, at least to start off. I don't know where they're going to continue with it after they run out of stuff, but they will be using that as kind of their base for it.
Oh, look, Lauren brings up shows I would remember. Like you can't do it on
we
television. You can't do it on television. That is not the name of it.
Nope, you don't.
It would have been a better show, maybe.
You definitely can't do it on television.
Okay.
Good to know. Where Alanis Morissette got her start.
I'm embarrassed. Clarissa Does It All was also
Explains
a great
it.
show.
Doesn't do it. Can't do it on television. She explained
hey,
it.
dudes.
Did not do it.
Hey Dudes is not one of my favorite shows. Dudes. You're unfriended, dudes.
You know, there's a lot of people who got their start on those Nickelodeon shows.
Those were great.
The only time
Tracy Lords, you can't do it on television.
Neil brings up Brad from Hey Dude. You know, I don't think she really did anything after that. And but randomly I will see a picture frame. I think she did some stock photo modeling. I'm serious. Brad from Hey Dude randomly shows up in picture frames.
Like if you're in Walmart.
No, you do. I think she did stock photo modeling.
Geez. Is that something we can find out? Because that would be the weirdest trivia question of all time.
Like, I swear, I know I sound crazy. But yes, I think that the actress that plays Brad or played Brad on Hey Dude like 25 years ago.
Are you sure he just doesn't have a doppelganger? Because
no,
he's that generic kind of good looking.
It's her. Don't say that all white girl brunettes look alike. I know they do, but
they
that's
all look
not
like
the
squirrels.
point.
I thought we established this.
She did stock photo modeling.
Hashtag brunette squirrel.
All right, I'm gonna Google this. I'm gonna do a Bob Balaban and just
no, don't do a Bob Balaban, please.
I'm gonna do a Balaban.
Don't pull a Roseanne.
I'm gonna pull a Roseanne.
We'll
I'm just gonna disappear, and you're gonna have to explain where I went.
Sarah, get on that because I got to know now. Lauren says that Christine Taylor was on Hey Dude.
She was,
and then she married Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller, yes.
And then she divorced him.
She divorced him.
Oh,
so that's what happens if you star on Hey Dude.
All right. Well, let's keep going down. Let's see what else is coming out this month in January. We got Black Lightning coming out. They've got a promo that just posted with all the CW shows. It was actually kind of funny. I've got it posted later on Popped. I think around 10 or 11.
Is that spun out of something?
Okay, I'm going to interject and say that the actors who played Brad on...
For the record, I tried to get the show back on topic, guys.
Nope, it's gone. It's done.
I'm with Sarah on this
Jessica destroyed it. We're blaming Jessica, our Facebook fan. Yes. So the actress who played Hey Dude is named Kelly...
she played Hey.
She played the dude. She played Brad on Hey Dude. Is named Kelly Brown, and she has one credit, and it is
Hey Dude
wearing a pork pie hat.
And her second one, just a stock picture that is
Walmart stock photos.
Yeah, but now that I know her name, I'm gonna see if she does. Okay, so all right, I'm back. Go proceed.
Continue
as you were.
Keith, you were saying.
Nope. This is all right. Hey, look, Black Lightning. That's a TV show that's coming out. Superheroes.
Did that spin off from something?
No, I think it's a DC character, and it's I don't know how it's going to fall within the CW like superhero universe, but they've already started throwing them in the promos. They've got a promo that's on Facebook.com/Pop Show later tonight, and it's basically all of them suiting up in the locker room, and at the very end, and you don't see Black Lightning for the entire promo. So are they just doing all the ones that we know by now, and at the very end, he's like, "No, it's cool, guys. I don't need to walk out with you or whatever." I thought it was pretty cute. So
I'm sure it plays.
Yeah, it plays well. Anyways, are
the other slightly racist Super Friends characters like Indian Chief and what was the other one?
No.
Chinese Japan Man?
No. We're good.
Samurai. What was his name? Samurai?
There is a samurai actually at the beginning of this recent season of Flash. Robot Samurai.
Oh.
So, sorry.
Did you ever watch Super Friends?
I've caught episodes here and there. I did not watch this religiously because you got to remember I'm younger than you by a lot.
Whatever. Oh, you don't remember things from the late 70s?
Oh, God. No, see, look what you started. Now Neil's jumping in. Mattheation. No. Anyways.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, other shows that are coming out.
Danny from Hey Dude is missing. Literally missing. No one knows what happened to him.
Here is what happened to him. Okay, I got curious and I fell down a wiki hole one day, and now that we're back on Hey Dude, I have rejoined the show. The guy who plays Danny did drop off the face of the earth, so I Googled him, and he is selling cars in Arizona. I swear to God.
You found him?
Yeah.
Have you told everyone?
No.
She just did.
Well, I have.
There you go. This is a Popped exclusive. Let's call him. Get him up. Ring him. Skype it up.
You got his number? Did you find his number while you were at it?
Find his number. We'll call him. We'll buy a car.
Okay. All right. So I found the picture of the actress that I swear I've seen in picture frames here and there.
Post it in the comment section.
Okay. I'm going to...
I think Danny the Native American. All right? Danny was the Native American?
No, Danny the Ginge. Wasn't he kind of ginger?
Who was the Native American then?
I don't remember. I know who you're talking about, though. I have Sarah look it up. She's already on the Hey Dude IMDb, obviously.
What do I need to look up?
I was just mad that we didn't tell him.
Oh. Tell him about where Danny was.
Jessica says to take some stock photos of him.
I only could see him.
Ezra's very disappointed you did not release this information sooner.
Ezra, I didn't know you cared so much about the fate of.
Why are we thinking of topics we could come on every week and talk? Hey, dude.
His name is Joe Torres. Hold on, let me see if I can.
Sound very Native American.
Yeah, no, he's not.
Yeah.
He has one actor credit.
Hey, dude, and then some
and
some Walmart stock photos.
Let's see. Joe is a very talented artist. The Dudesbury episode, Hey Dude, 1989, where his character drew a comic strip, is based on this fact. All right.
He didn't even draw the comic. It was just based on the fact that he drew something once.
Oh, man.
Nobody remembers the ginger on Hey Dudes. Who's the ginger on Hey Dude?
Danny, the Salute Your Shorts, Danny. That's what we were talking about. Wasn't he ginger? Didn't he have like red hair?
That's a different show.
No,
isn't
that's a whole different show. Salute Your Shorts is a different
Yeah, I know.
show.
That's was there a Danny on Hey Dude?
Yeah, he was the Native American guy.
Because that's the thing. You guys said Danny.
He was the townie.
I'm with Travis. You guys say Danny. My first thought was Salute Your Shorts.
No. Back in the 80s, Native American people actually existed.
I think they still exist now.
I haven't met one. I've always wanted a Native American friend.
Yeah, I'm glad we clarified that because I literally thought I was thinking Danny from Salute Your Shorts. I thought we had jumped shows.
Oh, I was wrong. It was New Jersey. Toyota
done.
of Runmead in New Jersey.
Okay, there you go.
There you go.
So
Toyota.
go call the Toyota of Runmead tomorrow. Ask for Danny. And if that doesn't work,
Ezra's throwing shade now.
if that doesn't work, ask for Danny, the Native American from Hey Dude.
So mystery solved.
There you go.
Also, I posted a link on our Pop Show Facebook feed of the picture that I swear I've seen in like Home Goods.
Now, Ezra is accusing you of knowing where Jimmy Hoffa is and sitting on that information. Is that true?
No comment.
Oh, man, she totally knows.
No comment.
What Toyota dealership does he work at?
Jimmy Hoffa, Arizona.
Jimmy Hoffa, Toyota, and Lincoln Mercury.
Yeah, he has
So
no
weird.
chill. I keep telling him to change the name. He has no chill. New shows. That's the whole point of this
Oh, yeah,
episode.
it's the 2018 shows.
Yeah,
huh?
I tried
Guys?
getting us back on
I
topic,
know,
and you
it
guys
was
completely
helpless.
derailed me.
My favorite show, I just can't wait
Hey, let's
for
talk about
this year.
TGIF on ABC. Remember Step by Step?
I can't wait for the new reboot of Hey Dude coming in 2018. Starring the original Danny. And a Toyota Celica.
No, see, I want to see a Salute Your Shorts reboot. Who would play the counselor?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I don't know that show as much.
Oh no, Salute Your Shorts was great. I actually like Salute Your Shorts better than Hey Dude.
I think I like.
And Seen Heels with me, the TGIF, Topanga on Boy Meets World.
Oh no, on Hey Dude, was Danny actually Mexican?
Oh wow.
Well, I mean, his last name is Torres, so.
Oh God.
Yeah. You guys want to go back to
mad at me too?
You guys want to go back to the topic now?
Nope. Let's go back to the topic.
Oh yeah, donkey lips. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'cause
No. Now I'm remembering.
Salute Your Shorts was
What
great.
is donkey lips?
Salute Your
You
Shorts.
can't do it on television.
Yeah. None of these guys have done anything else.
Not
since then.
true. On Salute Your Shorts, one of the fat kids, one of the bully guys, I think it was Donkey Lips, he went on to be in Evolution with David Duchovny and Julianne Moore.
It always comes back to evolution.
It does.
He was in Dude, Where's My Car?
Yeah.
I was just having a conversation with somebody.
He's still working. Good for him.
Yeah, he
about
is.
Evolution.
Donkey Lips is still working. Evolution's a great
he's
movie.
doing, like,
Evolution is the center of the universe.
One episode a year on something.
There was, I was trying to think what movie I saw recently that made me think, oh, this is basically Evolution. And I'm trying to remember what that movie was now, and I've completely forgot.
I feel like you said it to me too.
Yeah.
He was the voice
Lady
of the
Bird.
local population
No,
in
it
Red
was
Dead
Stranger.
Redemption.
It was Stranger Things.
Oh, it was. Yeah.
Stranger Things was very much,
It was very much like
Evolution.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah. And Dak Shepard could totally play the counselor on Salute Your
He
Shorts.
could. Dak Shepard could play the counselor on Salute Your Shorts. You're absolutely right, Lauren.
Ezra's the worst person.
You know who else appears to be lost? She doesn't even have
I
a
assume this guy's
picture.
fat.
Is
He's a bigger Jonah.
is the actress who played Zizi, whom I totally loved.
Her last name is Top.
Nope.
Hold on, while you look up that, I'm going to look up Donkey Lips for Matt. Since he
Megan
is not.
Oh,
Berwick.
is that going to make me angry?
Oh man, I can't handle this.
Oh, yeah. No, okay. That does make me angry. Ezra,
So-
I'll find it. Ow. What?
Yeah, Donkey Lips.
Yeah, that's Donkey Lips.
Well, he's still being served like TMZ. Still, whatever.
Yeah. So see, he's still around, and he was in Evolution.
He's doing fine.
Yeah.
He's still working.
That's like
Still
he's
alive.
one of the only Salute Your Shorts kids that are still working. Do we know what happened to Pete and Pete?
Pete's okay. The other Pete's dead.
Pete's brother Pete. Let's see.
Oh, jeez.
Isn't Pete in a band? Wasn't Pete's band coming?
No,
here?
Pete was actually on a hockey team called the Mighty Ducks.
Is that true?
Oh, well,
Yeah,
the
he
actor
was.
was.
Yeah, the actor was,
The
yeah.
younger Pete.
Yeah,
the
the younger
younger of
Pete
the
was.
Pete.
I thought one of the Petes was coming to the Norva in a band.
Danny Tamborelli.
Yeah, that's the Pete that I'm thinking of.
That's the debate. Little.
The baby
He
Pete.
was the star.
Baby
He
Pete.
became like the Nickelodeon star because then
Yeah.
he was in You Can't Do It on Television. And
No, he was not.
That's not a thing.
No.
He's been working too, although apparently nothing in 2016. He's in a series called Stellar People.
Jessica, did you want me to share the
2018.
Donkey Lips picture? Is that what you wanted me to share? Do we need a comparison up on the screen here?
I don't feel like we do need that because that's mean.
But
So
Oh yeah, he was
See, this
in
is
all
what happens.
Remember all that?
all that.
Little
And a bag
Pete
of
was
chips.
in all that.
So 2018, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
That's
should really
coming,
move
and
on.
That's a thing.
So who's excited for 50 Shades Freed?
No,
Nobody?
I'm good.
Oh my
I think
gosh.
I'm gonna live stream that.
The best thing about
I'm
the
going
50
live
Shades
stream it.
movie is when Keith drinks and watches them with me and then live tweets them.
I have never watched a 50 Shades movie.
I watched the first one and got drunk and made commentary.
In fact, I think it was the first time I knew anything about you was reading your commentary of 50 Shades Drunk.
And now we're here.
Now we're here. Now we have this empire.
I will say, though, that despite Keith's lack of enthusiasm for 50 Shades, the week before that is a movie on Netflix that he's very excited about.
Matt and I are both excited for.
I'm so excited about this movie. I can't even. We still have to get together and figure out what we're gonna do for it.
You tell me when, dude.
Well, you want to tell them what the movie is first?
Oh, yes, we probably should. It's a Netflix movie called A Futile and Stupid Gesture.
And
based
it is
on
about?
Doug Kenny from one of the writers for the National Lampoon, which was the magazine which eventually went into the whole movie.
I'm gonna go and say he was the Lampoon.
Okay. I'm not as familiar with the Lampoon as I would like to be. So,
It's not true.
I mean, what? He's
But
you know,
no, he was very influential.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, I know he was a big part in it. I couldn't tell you all the details of stuff, but I mean, I know he was in there doing all the
He also
crazy
wrote
ideas.
Caddyshack.
Yep,
Um,
he was starred in Animal House.
yep.
So
You damn moron.
yeah, and then he rode a Segway off a cliff. I mean, he kind of did. He fell off a cliff in like his 30s, and no one's really sure if it's suicide or not. Mm-hmm. But the best part about this trailer, if you guys haven't watched the trailer yet, watch A Futile and Stupid Gesture trailer, and I can't remember the actor's name. All I think of is Gene Parmesan from Arrested Development.
Gene Parmesan is definitely in
Oh,
it.
it's Martin Mull.
Yeah, Martin Mull, thank you. And he is pretending to be an older version. He is acting as an older Doug Kennedy, which we obviously never got.
That's why I had to stop. Like I was watching the trailer and I had to stop the trailer and message Keith and I was like, "Is Martin Mull playing older?"
Yes.
I'm in.
Alternate reality Doug Kenny, and Will Forte is playing the younger Doug Kenny, and it looks like a hilarious movie, and I can't wait.
And
very
it is
excited
going
for
to
it.
be on Netflix.
Yes, January 26th. So that is
January
one weird
26th.
and see, even Travis is dying to watch this movie, and I'm sure Ezra is once he finally catches up with the rest of the conversation. I think
He's still
still
on
making
50
fun of
Shades.
Yeah.
his donkey lips. There's yeah, I think we're gonna try to get together and do something.
You let me know.
I gotta
man.
figure out what exactly.
You got to break off from making all these phone calls you're making, and let me know when you want to come
Message
to this down south here, down to the south side, and we'll knock that out. Now I don't know. I think the biggest one for February. I mean, we're just kind of going down by month at this point, but for February, I think Black Panther new trailer dropped this morning, right?
Yeah,
Looks better
and
and
that
better.
yeah, I'm excited for it.
definitely.
So Early Man also comes out the same day for the Children and the
We
stop
got a
motion
lot of
fanatics.
Marvel movies this year, don't
Yeah,
we?
do. I
feel
think
like we
Black
got-
Panther and Infinity War are the big ones.
and Ant-Man in
Ant-Man
November.
and Wasp.
Is that
Yeah,
I think that's
Ant-Man
this
and
year.
Wasp is coming out the fall. And then
And we
on...
got a bunch of
and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse?
Okay, I finally saw the trailer for that in a theater where I was paying attention and not just popped up on Popped where I wasn't only half paying attention.
Yeah.
You're right.
you
That
should-
movie looks amazing.
You should always pay attention to Popped.
I was, But I was just like, it was opening and was playing in a small window, and I didn't full screen.
Deadpool 2 is in June as well, which of course is, I don't know. I can't. It's like one universe now. Whatever. Everybody owns everything.
As an 80s and 90s X-Men fan, I'm kind of excited about Cable.
Yeah, I think. Okay, as an 80s and 90s, I don't want to be
because I didn't totally love the character, but
as an 80s 90s fan, are you excited for the New Mutants, which is coming out April 13th?
Because it looks like just like a horror movie that doesn't look like the New Mutants.
Yeah, but look at Logan. Look what Logan did.
That's true.
You know, look what Logan did. It wasn't a superhero movie per se. I'm excited to see
a superhero movie in a different genre, done in a different genre. I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
The same way I was excited at Deadpool.
I think they don't want to reveal all the powers and, I think they're trying to make it look more like a horror movie than a superhero movie. I think we might get more superpowers in the movie.
Did you guys ever watch any of The Gifted?
No, haven't got.
Really good.
I haven't had time. Really that good. And Legion are both on my.
They're starting to do interesting things with the X-Men now that Marvel's going to take and just not do well.
I mean, they were doing. Yeah, they were doing
the
well
main
before
the movies.
No, the movies were crap, but the TV and that's. I mean, it kind of goes back to what we were saying earlier. The TV shows are just kind of killing it these days.
We're getting a new X-Men. We're getting the Phoenix Saga.
Yep.
And the Dark Phoenix.
When is that?
And,
hold on. When is that coming out? I've got that on the list here.
This summer.
Well. November 2nd.
Oh, it's November?
Yep.
So we're getting a new X-Men movie.
And we're also getting Venom the month before that in October with Tom Hardy.
Spider-Man better show up. It better be in universe.
Oh, yeah, there's the Ant-Man Wasp. July 6th. Sorry.
July? We're getting it July?
Yep. Is that soon?
Oh, Lord.
So we're getting... Okay, let's do Marvel real quick. Black Panther, February 16th. New Mutants, I'll just throw that in there for Marvel. April 13th. Infinity War, May 4th. Deadpool, June 1st. Incredibles, which is basically Fantastic Four, June 15th. Ant-Man Wasp, July 6th. What?
I have to tell you something.
Oh, jeez.
So
it's going to be Hey Dude related.
No, it is Adventures of Pete and Pete related.
Okay.
Close enough.
So I am looking at what the Big Pete went on to do with his life. And I'm like, oh, he's been getting a lot of work. Good for him. And then I'm looking at it and I said, oh, Shades of Blue. He played an electrician. Good for him. Normal Heart. He played an electrician. Elementary.
Like
electrician.
Parody.
No, he's an electrician. And I'm over here looking at his IMDb and I'm thinking he's playing electricians in everything he's been in since 2000.
Oh, so he's like tech crew now.
He's a best boy.
He's a techie.
Right. So he's been doing that since 1997. And I'm saying, oh, he played an electrician in Sex and the City? Like,
hey, when you found a role that really works for you, you kind of get
typecast. Weird.
Well, it's like Perd Hapley in Parks and Rec. The only thing that man has ever played in his entire career is a news person.
Yeah, if you look at Perd Hapley's IMDb, it's newscaster, news anchor 3, newsman. And even in Supergirl,
he was doing mornings when we were at Wavy.
No, let me tell you though, he has
actual
been
newsman.
He was an electrician for a lot of good stuff.
Even Ezra says that's solid, steady work.
It's in the business.
He is doing absolutely great.
And Neil, oh, here we go. Neil said that both Pete and Pete have a podcast that's actually pretty good. The Adventures of Danny and Mike.
They should have. It's too bad they don't have the same name.
Yeah, I know. We would.
It doesn't really work as much as well.
So yes, now we know.
Guys, do you know what movie I'm excited for the most next year?
Pete plays an electrician in everything that exists.
The Pete is an electrician movie. Any movie that Pete is an electrician on.
That's a good movie.
There's one movie that I'm more excited about than anything else.
What's that?
It's not Avengers.
Are you gonna
The
tell
Incredibles 2.
Oh yeah, no, that's gonna be awesome.
I've been waiting so long for the stupid Incredibles 2.
That trailer was like one of the most watched trailers in all time.
For Incredibles 2. I love The Incredibles. It's my favorite
Pixar.
It's my favorite superhero movie that's not Scott Pilgrim. Comic book movie that's not Scott Pilgrim, and also not a comic book.
I was going to say, it's not really a comic book movie?
Superhero movie. It's about comic books, right?
Yeah.
It just doesn't have a comic book.
Yeah.
I feel like it was, up until that, it was the most comic book movie that had been made.
It's the best Fantastic Four movie that's ever been made, that's for sure.
Damn sure.
Speaking of comic books, Jessica Jones, Netflix, March 8th. That's coming out. Are we
getting
soon?
A lot of Marvel shows next year? Because I feel like we're getting also...
I think we're just getting that one.
I think Iron Fist is like February or something crazy.
I don't remember seeing Iron Fist even discussed.
I thought Iron Fist was coming out really soon. Am I insane?
I think you might be.
I might be insane.
You might be insane.
What about the what about the Sweet Christmas guy?
Santa Claus?
Luke
Nick
Cage.
Cage.
Luke Cage?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, Sweet Christmas, not Sweet Christmas.
Sweet Christmas is your Hallmark movie that you wrote.
Speaking
out next year.
of Christmas, another Grinch movie coming out later this year. Look at me that look. I'm dead serious.
I don't want to see it.
Look, it's like a CGI animated like prequel to How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And yes, Neil, Solo, a Star Wars story is coming out. Hang on, May 25th.
Anybody excited for that?
Yes. Mm-hmm. I'm cautious about it.
I'm apathetic.
Yeah, I'm with Sarah on that one. I'm very apathetic. Did you see the leaked maybe Millennium Falcon?
Yeah, how it's only got like one mandible on it instead of
let me tell you, if they do that garbage, I'm walking out of the theater. Got Movie Pass.
You know, David Lasher from Hey Dude did okay.
What? That's what Lauren was saying earlier.
I'm sorry.
He's Ted, right?
I'm in a hole. Yeah, Ted. He was on 902.
A Bob Balaban sized hole.
I know, I really am. But he was on Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Mm-hmm. Good show.
Was
he Nick?
Sabrina.
No, he was. He played her boyfriend Josh for a few years.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought it was Nick.
Remember,
but
she had a thing for Harvey, Sabrina, and then she was.
We actually are getting 2 new seasons of Sabrina spinoff from Riverdale.
They announced who it was though, and it was somebody
and she looks very blonde. She is a blonde girl.
It was known. It was somebody known though, wasn't it?
I didn't know her, but here, let's find out real quick.
I feel like it was.
So,
something else that you scrolled past that I'm kind of actually excited for after Justice League is Aquaman.
Yeah, definitely.
This is the end of the year, right?
At the end of the year, I really liked Aquaman. He was pretty sexy. Why am I saying these words? Why is this happening?
I have no idea.
Keith, make me stop.
So Sabrina the Teenage Witch is. Why can't I find who's playing it?
I feel like it. I just saw it.
Hold on, let's see.
I feel like I saw it on Popped.
No, you did see it on Popped because I remember posting it. I'm just trying to remember what. It's not Melissa Joan Hart.
I think they should bring her back and maybe one of the Petes. And then the other Pete can do the electrical work.
Yeah,
Kiernan Shipka.
Yes, from Mad Men. That's who it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she played Sally Draper in Mad Men, and now she's going to be Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Okay. I'm not familiar with her. I got one season in to Mad Men, and then I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Oh, there. Travis was telling us. He was just yelling it at us.
Oh, sorry, Travis. We should have been...
So Ready Player One comes out at the end of March.
That's one
excited about it.
I'm really excited about that one.
I am excited about it.
The book was...
I liked the book.
I liked the book.
I think the movie will not be like the book.
Incredibly well written, but
unlike Armada, his second book.
God, he was like, "Oh, you think that was written poorly? Here's Armada. I just watched Last Starfighter and took notes.
Here's my cliff notes, but longer,
and here's a bunch of references to more stuff."
Yeah,
but I think in the hands of Spielberg, it looks like classic Spielberg stuff, and Tracer from Overwatch was in the trailer.
Yes, that's what you're excited. I don't know. I can't say anything about your Overwatch little, excitement about it because I can watch that whole trailer and be excited for it, and then at the very end they had that from Back to the Future, and I'm like,
you know who's doing the music?
Alan Silvestri.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm so excited for that.
I have so many things to reread this year because I want to reread A Wrinkle in Time.
Which is also coming out.
Which is coming out at the beginning of March.
Future President
March
Oprah.
9th. March 9th.
Yes, with Future President Oprah.
I saw Keith get excited in the playback.
And I want to reread that, and I want to reread Ready Player One, but it was such a long book. I mean, we listened to it on
read though.
Like a 20. We
did audio.
We listened to it, and it was a 28-hour read. But Travis is concerned that it might not be great, but I think it will be.
I think if you go into it expecting the book, your heart's gonna be broken because Ernest Cline is working on the movie, and I think he's gonna formulate it close to the book, so the essentials are still there. But I think
the pieces are there.
I think it's gonna be different. I think he's gonna make it for a blockbuster movie.
But I think that book is easily adaptable. Like they could take huge swaths of that book and just delete it. Yeah, and you still because I mean you're basically left with, and they don't make any they don't try to hide this fact, but it's basically Willy Wonka with video games,
right?
And pop culture, and I'm okay with that. because they obviously there's the notes of Pure Imagination that are in the trailer, and it looks like Spielberg might be having fun with it.
I think. I mean, how could you not? That's like Spielberg in his prime was in the 80s.
Spielberg is the best when he's just doing blockbusters. I hate to say it.
No, I
he's
can
had some
agree with
pretty
that.
good critical movies, but like the movies that I love they're Spielberg are his blockbusters.
Yeah.
And I mean, E.T., Jurassic Park,
Jaws
is one of the most perfect movies ever made.
Back to the Future.
Oh. I feel like
Ghostbusters.
that Robert Zemeckis had a lot more to do with that. You know, I watched Back to the Future and Back to the Future 2 this weekend, and I love this. I love the second one.
You watch your mouth.
But the writing, when you watch them back to back, the writing in that second movie, ooh, there's a part where old Lorraine comes into the house and for literally minutes tells the exposition of the backstory to old Marty McFly.
Yeah.
Well, there were some hiccups between the first one and the second one.
It's weird watching it back to back though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when you write the movie without expecting to have sequels,
right?
Because
really? Putting to be continued at the end of it.
Well, there were a lot. There were issues though. I don't remember what all of them were, but there were a lot of issues with Back to the Future.
Oh yeah, no, there's plenty of
between the first one and this. Well, no, but even between the first one and the second one, there were production hangups, and I mean, I remember what was that? The Back in Time documentary.
Oh yeah, that was actually really good. It's on Netflix.
So,
if you guys haven't watched it, Back in Time.
So speaking of, okay, this isn't getting rebooted, but speaking of sequels, Ocean's 8. So I had a very violent reaction to the trailer, even though that came out.
We really did. We were supposed to talk about that last month.
I know we did, and I did have a very violent reaction to it because I love all the actresses in it except for Mindy Kaling, but. I don't
go ahead. No, go ahead because we'll have this discussion now. Go ahead and say your problems with Ocean because Jenny's on here. I'm sure she'll chime in as well.
Okay,
and Lauren as well, and they'll all chime in.
My problem with Ocean's 8 was that it was a bunch of gorgeous women in beautiful dresses stealing jewelry, and I'm like, and they're basically, obviously Cate Blanchett is Brad Pitt, and obviously Sandra Bullock is.
George Clooney.
Yeah, the doctor from ER. And,
I prefer to go with Batman.
No, you don't. Nobody prefers that. So it's like they are, I mean, it was just the same movie, but made to be all girls, which I don't think necessarily worked really well with Ghostbusters.
Correct.
So I had a major problem with it. And I thought this is going to be stupid. And I don't think this is going to do these freaking phenomenal actresses. It's not going to do them justice. But my friend Katie commented on it. I shared the post and I was like, I don't think I like this. I think it's weak. Katie made a really good point in that she said, I like pretty dresses and jewelry. And I'm like, you know what? So do I. So I don't know. It does seem, and Jessica says it seems contrived.
It does. But if you want to bring in a broad audience,
oh, come on, man.
Instead of what?
He
from the trailer.
Broad as in wide, not women.
Okay. Sorry. Continue.
I didn't even mean it that way. That's the best
No,
part.
okay, but no.
But if you want to bring in a wider audience, you're going to have some tropes in there to kind of bring in the people who are just kind of like, it's another Ghostbusters
Now, okay,
scenario.
I will say that... What I hated, one of the things I really, really hated about it, and I think it was a poor choice that I stand by, was the use of that Nancy Sinatra song in the trailer.
I'll give you that.
I hate that song because every time it's used, well, not every time, but many, many of the times that I see. No, it's not about women empowerment. It's about a woman leaving her man and getting all slutty for a while, which is fine. Do what you got to do, but it doesn't matter. It's all centered around men, which I'm hoping won't be the case for this movie.
I will agree with you, not from that perspective, but from a I'll agree with you on that perspective, but also from a musical perspective. In this day and age, we are having a lot of good soundtracks. Yeah,
it was a bunt.
There is no good reason why we should be getting a good.
I said that more because isn't that always the choice that they it's a trite thing.
Yeah,
you trot that out.
It was a bunt. It absolutely was. Now, okay, another concern of mine that I still hold on to. in Ocean's 11, which I loved. I haven't actually seen the original Rat Pack one, but I've seen.
Not so good.
I've seen, but the George Clooney one. A big part of the subplot, which was the main thing driving the heist in the first place, was that Terry Benedict was married to his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And, Travis, I don't think, maybe that Nancy Sinatra is the connection because of her dad being in the original Ocean's 11 film, like Danny Ocean. I get that, but I still think it's weak.
Still trite.
Still weak. But anyway, there was a love triangle there in the original Ocean's 11, and I don't think that's going to translate with strength to a female cast.
Why does there need to be a love triangle in this one?
There doesn't. I hope there isn't. But in the trailer, they allude to there being a sub-con within the con.
I think that's more of I think there will be romance. I don't think it would necessarily be a triangle.
Well, I'm really hoping not, because
like a polygon, maybe.
I think women. Okay, so obviously the whole idea is that Sandra Bullock and her crew are going to steal this diamond necklace from Anne Hathaway, this famous actress with a lot of diamonds, and there's sort of allusions throughout it of saying like, oh, you're getting her back and whatever. No, I still think it's a bunt. I really hate the choice of that Nancy Sinatra song. I'm just going to put my foot down. But I'm hoping that the reason why she's getting back at Anne Hathaway's character is for a really good reason that doesn't have anything to do.
It'll be about dudes.
I really hope it's not about dudes.
It's about dudes.
I honestly hope that men don't really factor a lot into it.
Is this is it connected to the actual Ocean's 11
Yes.
movies?
Yeah.
Sandra Bullock is George Clooney's sister.
Yeah, they're all in the same universe.
Yeah. And they, you know why
Except they're in New York.
I read
I don't like that either.
You know why they went with Ocean's 8? So they could do Ocean's 8, 9, and 10 and have another trilogy. They've already got this planned out. Dead serious. You guys can be giving me those looks. I'm dead serious. The producer came out the other day and was like, yeah, no, that's why we picked 8. So we could do 9 and 10 as sequels.
I feel like everything about this now is lazy.
See, I did think that, but the cast is so good. Now, don't get me wrong. Sandra Bullock's made some terrible movies.
But she's also
Forces of Nature.
I didn't mind that one.
I didn't mention it. You're looking at me like I said it. Matt was the one who said it.
Jenny
I
asked,
like Sandra Bullock.
Jenny asked, will they also steal some makeup and shoes? They already have the makeup and shoes.
But they stole them.
Yeah, obviously.
I don't know. I was at first enraged because I felt like it wasn't doing the premise or the story or the women justice.
But my argument to that was the same argument you had for Marvel.
They got to make money.
They've got to make money, and they've got to make it appeal to a wide audience and a broad audience too. I don't care, wide and broad.
Keith.
Yeah, no.
We talked about this.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I agree with Ezra. Looks fun.
Well, we're gonna see it because of Movie Pass.
Yup. Hey, it worked for Jumanji. Jumanji was a delight.
Yeah, we enjoyed Jumanji. So yeah.
Do you see Ben's comment of why they're?
I'm not repeating it.
Okay.
You can't say that on Popped.
Okay, let's see here. Few other things. Let's see. TV shows that are coming back out. Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 3. Very excited for that.
First 2 seasons are on Netflix right now. If you
Yep.
haven't caught it, it's really fun.
I enjoy it. If you like Evil Dead, you're going to love this. It's just more the
fantastic.
same.
It's even more insane.
Yeah. The Tick, I think the second half of the first season is coming out, or I guess that's what they're calling it. I don't know if they're calling it Season 2 per se. Let's see. Krypton, another TV show coming out. Roseanne reboot we mentioned. Series of Unfortunate Events, Season 2.
I love the first one.
Season 1 was great. Let's see what other. Let's just hit, and I think that's really about it for TV shows because we're not going to know much.
They only tell you the first half of the year.
Yeah. So, Love Season 3. That's the last season that we're getting of that.
I love that show so much.
This third season
is one of my favorite shows. I think that's good though because you can't stretch that out for too long.
Understandable. And on a high note. So some movies we haven't mentioned. Let's see. Super Troopers 2 on April 20th because obviously. Infinity Wars we mentioned. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom June 22nd.
Wait.
What?
I gotta do my impression now. That's how you tame a raptor.
You shouldn't make that gesture.
Yeah, thanks for that, Matt.
I will say that I am looking forward to, and this is jumping way ahead to November, but the Wreck-It Ralph stuff for the second Wreck-It Ralph.
I can't wait for that.
That looks adorable.
Wreck-It Ralph's one of my favorite movies of all time.
I think
that doesn't look good in the camera. Right?
At first, I think, they're making it online. That's trite. They're just gonna play into memes, blah blah blah. But I think it looks adorable. I don't know why I ever doubt Disney.
Disney has a lot of they've got a lot of faith in that movie too, because I think that in the Magic Kingdom they're closing down the Stitch for good, and the rumor is they're replacing it with a Wreck-It Ralph, like a virtual reality kind of racer thing.
I really
Heard
hope
a
I
couple
get
of
some
things.
Wreck-It Ralph virtual reality.
I think it would be cool to see more Wreck-It Ralph in the park.
I can't wait for this.
Because maybe that means Pac-Man. If I go in there and do some Pac-Man in the park, I'll lose my mind.
They had the ghost in Wreck-It Ralph.
If I
You're
just
super distracted by that clock, aren't you?
Ezra says Disney drink.
Oh, I don't even think I have the. Let's see. Do I have it?
You guys want me to pull my annual pass out?
No. Let's not do that.
Okay.
So, hang on here. Let's see here. Hang on. Let me see here if I can. I don't want to blow anyone's ears out, so I'm a little worried here. It's Matt's Disney alarm. Here, I'll do it one more time, a little louder.
I think it was good.
It's the Matt Disney alarm.
So anyway, Wreck-It Ralph may be coming to the parks.
I'm okay with that.
Name too.
So, speaking of Disney and that kind of story universe, we're getting a Mowgli, the Andy Serkis. No, is that that's the one he's doing, right? Because we've already gotten the Jon Favreau Jungle Book. Now we're getting the other Jungle Book, which I think Andy Serkis is doing, and they're calling it Mowgli because you can't call it Jungle Book because
Disney owns it.
I don't know. So yeah, there's another Jungle Book coming out. Robin Hood in September. There were rumors.
I'm sorry, what? Robin Hood?
Yeah.
Why are we doing another Robin Hood?
Because why not?
It's a tale as old as time.
Just got you there.
Trademarked.
Yeah, all owned by the same guy.
Let's see here. There was rumors of a Scarface remake a while back. I haven't heard anything since, and I tried looking it up
was
today.
Saying earlier that all of the Godfather movies are on Hulu. One of them.
Okay.
I think it was Hulu.
Gotcha.
So
Keep an eye out for
somebody
that.
can maybe go and watch some Godfather.
I'm going to be too excited waiting for Mission Impossible 6, which I have named Too Fast, Too Impossible.
I got to tell you, I think that the Mission Impossible movies actually get better in reverse.
Is it still Tom Cruise?
Oh, yeah.
No, never mind.
Yeah.
We can't even get her to watch Edge of Tomorrow, so.
Even though he dies repeatedly,
Yeah,
I think that would be my jam.
I think you would like that.
I want nothing to do with it.
Oh, do you want to watch that movie?
Nope,
You should. It's
never.
good.
Not gonna do it.
The Halloween remake.
The Halloween.
Halloween remake sequel. I don't
Too
know.
Fast, Too Halloween.
Halloween, Halloween. You know what? I'm actually interested in that because it's being done by what's
Danny
his name?
McBride.
With Danny McBride.
Kenny Powers.
And I think that sounds really good.
I'm curious. Like they're skipping like a whole bunch of them in continuity or something.
Yeah, just get rid of everything except for the
Yeah.
original.
Ezra likes Too Fast, Too Impossible. Mission Impossible
Greatest
6.
idea ever.
Too Fast, Too Impossible.
I like Travis's Mission Impossible 6. Superman's mustache.
You know, that's all anybody's going to be watching in that movie is his stupid mustache.
Yep. Let's see. The Predator, August 3rd. Fantastic Beasts 2, November 16th.
Have you guys liked a Predator movie other than Predator?
Predators was pretty decent.
Pretty decent, or did you like it?
I like it. I watch them from time to time.
Oh, okay.
They had like a really cool samurai scene that I liked.
I
That was
like
really
Predator
since-
2, Too Fast, Too Predatory.
You know what? You're Icarus. You flew too close to the
That's
sun.
my favorite. No. Predator
Got
2 is
burned.
great.
Predator 2, too old for this shit.
That was, that was basically it.
Yeah, we mentioned the Spider-Man. And then ending the year, December 25th, Mary Poppins Returns and Bohemian Rhapsody with Borat.
Mary Poppins
That's two
2.
different movies, right?
Too Fast, Too Poppins.
Mary Poppins Returns, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Mary Poppins 2, Too Fast, Too Poppins.
You know what? You redeemed yourself with that one. Yeah, I'm excited about Mary Poppins Returns. Sarah, you're a fan of Mary Poppins.
Yep.
And Emily Blunt.
Can you
I
see
do like Emily
anyone
Blunt, even though
other
she married my husband. But, what are you going to do about that?
Jim?
Yeah. My first husband. It's okay. We all have a history.
It's true. Are you gonna be able to watch this one?
I didn't watch the other one.
What other one?
Didn't you do another one? Another Mary Poppins movie?
Uh-uh.
Or is
No.
this that
This
Mary
is the
Poppins
sequel
movie?
to
Yeah, this is-
Mary Poppins.
Yeah, this is the sequel.
Like the
unless you're
Julie
thinking,
Andrews Mary Poppins.
That's
yes,
right.
unless you're thinking Saving Mr. Banks with Tom Hanks,
I
which was
didn't watch-
which is a delightful movie.
I watched Saving Mr. Banks. I liked it a lot, but I cut out the PJ Travers backstory. So I just watched the stuff with Walt Disney.
Of course you did.
And P.L. Travers.
Of course you did.
I didn't like the other stuff when they went back to her life, so I just didn't watch it.
Ben said he met Mary Poppins at Disney World.
Oh.
And cried.
I met Mary Poppins at Disney World too, and there were these two kids behind me in line being...
At Disney World too. To Disney, to World.
Now, to be fair, I think he met her...
Doesn't work when you do it.
Of course
I bet he met her at Epcot, not in the Magic Kingdom.
I can't remember where I met her, but I met her at Disney World, and there were these two kids behind me. They were siblings, and they were like fighting and being jerks. You know, they were too high on orange whips or whatever. And
oops, sorry.
Yeah, you know how Keith feels about having kids. And so these two kids were fighting, and Mary Poppins like walked around me and made them hug. And she was like, I'm really sorry that, you know, she says, well, in her nice little British way, that she was sorry that she skipped me in line. And I was like, no, that was great.
Mary Poppins could be found in the Magic Kingdom at the Hub or at the Crystal Palace. If you guys want to know.
Yeah, because only Matt would know.
Good to know.
No, please.
Although Ben mentioned he said yes, Epcot.
Yeah, she is
Disney
also
Epcot.
over in England sometimes.
We're getting off the rails. Also, your cat has been bathing for like an hour.
Yeah, well, she does that. So, all right. So let's do a quick wrap up. What are you guys most excited for? TV and movie. Pick one.
TV, I'm going to say Castle Rock, and movie, I'm going to say Incredibles 2.
Okay. Sarah?
I guess, oh gosh, I don't know. I'm looking forward to a lot. I'm looking forward to Black Panther, and I'm looking forward to Ready Player One. And I guess as far as TV, probably Jessica Jones. She's pretty badass. That's gonna be. I'm looking forward to that.
No, I'm with it. I'm looking forward to Ash versus the Evil Dead. And then movie-wise, probably Incredibles or Wreck-It Ralph. Those are probably going to be my picks.
Can you go back to the chat for a second?
Yeah.
Lauren is excited for the Hey Dude reboot. Which they're going to call Hey Dude Rebooted. Because it's
the boots.
cowboys.
They'll probably play the Nancy Sinatra song over it as the theme song.
And I'm also excited for Nickelodeon's new show, You Can't Do It on Television.
That'll never get past the censors.
All right, guys, sound off real quick as we wrap up here and let us know what you guys are looking forward to. Let me, while you guys are doing that.
What would Hey Dude 2 be called? Too Hey 2 Dude? Too Fast 2 Dude?
Okay, when I try to do that, it doesn't work. But when you do it, it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's charming when I do it.
Whatever,
you can't do it.
Whatever.
So while you're thinking about what you're looking forward to in 2018, I will tell you where you can find us. If you want to join the conversation, go to facebook.com/popshow or follow us on Twitter @popshow. Also visit popshow.com to see the latest in our writings, what we think about pop culture, including our awesome friends of the show, Travis, Henry, Dean, and so many more. You can, if you're listening to us on podcasts, thank you. If you want to download our show, you can get it from Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. And we are live on Facebook every Tuesday now that the new year has started, starting at 8 p.m.
And Matt resurfaced.
And yeah, Matt is apparently alive.
Forgot what you looked like for a while.
You can follow me at Sarah Janet Hill on Twitter.
You can follow me at VA Pianist.
And you can follow me at Hey Dude. And
you should change your thing to Hey Dude.
I want to find out what.
You know what? Let's do a. Should we do a little quick tweet segment? Matt tweets anything.
That's a terrible idea.
No. Matt does not tweet anything.
All right, so we got a few sound offs. Laura mentioned the Hey Dude reboot. Ben said last half of Star Trek Discovery. I'm hearing a lot of people jump into that right now, whether it's because it's the new year and we've been snowed in for the past 5 days and they needed something to watch.
Edward Snowden.
But yes, and they have been. People have really been digging it more so than usual. More people are sounding off on it. So, and Travis said the first episode was on Sunday, and it was miles better than the earlier part. So that might be why.
And Ben, nobody calls it Disney Epcot.
Let him call it Disney Epcot if he wants to call it Disney Epcot.
I'm just saying nobody calls it that.
Those in the know call it just Epcot.
Just Epcot. Experimental prototype City of Tomorrow.
Also, if you want to meet a Hey Dude cast member and are in the market for a new Toyota, go up to New Jersey. Apparently, Joe Torres, who played Danny Lightfoot on Hey Dude is selling cars in New Jersey. Yeah. So now we know.
Go buy a Toyota.
And the Pete's,
Toyota Lincoln Marker.
The Pete's, whose neither of their names are Pete, have a podcast. We're learning so much today.
Yeah, Adventures of Danny and Mike.
It's a very educational day.
Ben says I'm not the boss of him.
Sorry, Mr. Disney. It's so good.
I'm growing a pencil-thin mustache.
This is done. We're done.
Yeah, let's just wrap this up.
They're just attacking me now.
Yeah. Fingers from Richmond, Virginia is playing us out. So we will see you guys in a week. Bye.